All right, we do have 8 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call our meeting to order at this time. Would invite everyone to join us in the pledge, followed by an invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Most gracious and loving God, we just thank you for this day. We thank you, Lord, for the blessings that we enjoy. Lord, we thank you for this county. We thank you for the opportunity to serve. Lord, we just ask that you guide the directions that we take, the decisions that we make, and that we do the things that we need to do to keep the citizens of this county in our prayers and our hopes. These things we ask in your holy name, in Christ's sake, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Larry. We have before us an agenda, and I'm not aware of any additions or modifications, so it would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
All in favor of that, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Thank you. All right, we have 3 areas of business that's come up we need to handle this morning. First on the agenda is a request is in your packet to declare surplus property, and Josh is here if anybody has any questions, and I might let you come on up, Josh, and just tell us what it is you're wanting to do in layman's terms and why. Morning.
So we have a trailer that we have kind of made homemade, so to speak, over at the transfer station, which we use to haul our scrap metal in. It's come to my attention that the frame is having some issues and some pieces that attach with the frame, rust issues that is, and it's not safe for roadworthy any longer. And I would like to surplus this piece of property, and I would assume that we could go with upset bid process, with the starting bid being of $600, because that would be what the trailer would bring if we took it to the scrap yard.
Any questions?
Why would we want to sell an unsafe trailer to a member of the public who could then put it on the road, have an accident?
The only thing I could see anyone wanting to purchase that trailer for, I mean, I think it would need to be a salvage title. However, that may work. I don't know all the technicality of that, but they could use maybe the axles or the wheels and the tires off of it if they wanted to use it as a parts trailer.
I'll ask the council, do we have any liability if we knowingly sell an unsafe trailer to the public?
Sell it as is. I mean, you can disclose what you know about it.
Yeah.
Because we have documentation that they're purchasing as is.
So do you have just a unsolicited offer at this point, or?
Do not. Basically, I just took what scrap metal is bringing right now and weighed the trailer, and that come up to, it's a little over $600, but
Essentially, you think it has one trip back?
it'll have one trip back with a load of scrap metal on it, and that's
So-
going to...
Cross the scales and sell it all, trailer.
It's yours, here's the title.
It all
good
goes.
luck. Yeah.
Or sell it.
Right.
Okay.
I will make a motion that we declare it surplus contingent upon a signed acknowledgement that it is being sold as is by the buyer.
I'll second that.
On all these documents and resolutions, should there be a place that Donna signs off on, that she's read the resolution or the document or whatever that we're doing to enter into contracts, sell, surplus something, to be sure that she's been made aware of what's going on?
I might let
Maybe a
her-
little overkill. I think there are procedures in place for most of it, and
I just want to be sure that we're doing everything legally and that you've seen every document.
but I'm not going to see every document.
Well, if you see I think every document should be sent to you, and you should have the option of throwing it out as something that you don't need to be involved in, but you need to be involved in more county written information or presentations than I think you have been in the past that would keep us out of any potential liability.
Let me give it some thought as to what I really need to see and what's routine enough that I don't.
Okay?
Because there's a lot of routine stuff I really don't need to see.
You wouldn't have time for,
That would be a full-time
Oh,
job, and
yeah.
I don't need a full-time job.
I just want to be sure that we're covered every which way we are, go.
any other questions? If not, there is a motion, subject to as is, ever how we do it. If it goes to the scrapyard, that'll be as was. And a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. 5-0. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Ms. Rita next, who has a list of a few items there. Looks like we have three, whereby which she's needing official action on. Good morning, Rita.
Morning.
I want to pull that
Goldfinger.
that mic down a little.
All right. What I have this morning is typically what we would do in July, things by statute that we have to do before we can issue the tax bills out. So the first thing I have this morning is, it's called this annual settlement, and where you have to be presented with a list of real property owners with unpaid taxes, personal property owners with, these are 2018 unpaid taxes, and then showing the settlement of what we were charged with collecting, what we've collected, and the collection rate. So that's what I've called Packet A. That's the first part of the statute as to being able to sign the order to collect.
Do we have that broken out separate on our agenda, item F and G? Is that what you're referring to, or do you have a copy of that?
List of the unpaid 2018 tax.
We have G is motor vehicle bills. Okay. So with that, would there be a motion on the unpaid personal property tax bills of approval?
Motion to approve, sir.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. 5-0. Okay. And then do you have a motor vehicle list? Or did that, to those?
I don't believe there is a motor vehicle list. Yeah, I did not run that motor vehicle list. So, the second thing in the packet that I have is, each year, I come before the board, asking to, claim insolvents. I don't ever ask for anything, personal property to be, or real property to be deemed insolvent unless it's at the 10-year mark. So, the first thing that I'm asking for is the 2008 personal property bills, and this would be like untagged vehicles, businesses, personal property, mobile homes, things like that, left from 2008 that we have not been able to collect, and that amount is $1,031.32.
You've exhausted all options to collect it, and it's out of the time frame. Yeah, okay. Would there be a motion on that?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve that amount, the release of $1,031.32. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Okay.
And the next one, this is the last year of the motor vehicles under the old motor vehicle system. So what's left outstanding under the old system, including interest and penalties, is $12,559.02. And there's only been one that we've been able to collect on under garnishment. So,
New law allows you to charge back taxes if anyone tries to retag that vehicle, is that right?
Yes, like this list includes untagged vehicles where they had to list them. Under the new system, if you do not keep an active registration, the next time that that vehicle comes through to be registered, then we get information from the state, which creates a gap bill. So you're billed for the months you didn't have an active registration. And the new gap bill is a lien on real property. So you would not be releasing them like this because it would be the same as any other. You couldn't sell that real property until that gap bill was satisfied.
Question?
Now, with the new system, will we have this much in the future?
No, you should, no, we would not have a list like this. We would only have things that didn't have real property that you could attach it to, or that we couldn't find, employer information, things like that. But it wouldn't be anything like this.
And there's no way to go back and collect this? You just, can't find the people, or?
Yes, most of them either don't own, haven't sold anything, we can't find employer, we can't find bank account. Some of them are, of course, in bankruptcy, some of them are deceased. So we've exhausted all the avenues we have to try to collect. And these are 10 years old. These are 2000, they're not all 10 years old on the motor vehicle. You don't have to do the 10 years. These are the 2011, 12, and 13.
I mean, it's just a large amount of money to be losing.
I agree. Each year that we've started doing the insolvents, it's been in this ballpark that we've released, but this is 3 years worth here. So the actual principal amount is $7,828.
That's the principal?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Any other questions? If not, would there be a motion to this $12,559.02 release for years 11, 12, and 13?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. 5-0.
And then the last thing I need is just the board to order me to collect the 2019 property tax bills, which will be...
I'll make that motion.
Okay, they'll be mailed out on the 29th. We do already, once we're finished this morning, they'll be outstanding and we'll be able to collect them.
Any
Second.
question? It's a good question. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Of course not. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Appreciate your all's diligent work up there. All right, in consideration of our audio, video, sound guy, I'm going to drop down to item C and D for any possible comments, and then we'll go into closed session. So at this time, we'll go to C, county manager comment. Okay. Commissioner comments. Anyone have any?
I would like to congratulate the Sparta Alleghany Volunteer Fire Department for what looked like to be a very successful Old Fiddlers Convention. I was out of town over the weekend, but whenever I came back late Saturday, it looked like it was packed. Good job, folks.
All right, at this time, we'll go ahead and request a motion and a second that we go into closed session pursuant to
moved.
General Code 143-318.11.A-6 personnel and -3 legal. And initially, we would want to just consider the board and Donna going in with Mike and April and Drew on standby to call in if and as needed. And there's a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, make it known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. 5-0.